It's not that I've never been broken. It's not that I've never been depressed or never been bullied, or I've been through all of that. I've seen great journalists, legends who were there from the time of my father interviewing me. There used to be a different process. There used to be trust. It wasn't about sansani khez khabar.
Not the headlines.
It wasn't transactional like, चलो 15 मिनट है, पीछे से कोई हाथ ऐसे दिखा रहा है, wrap up. वो था ही नहीं. Then came a time where everybody with a phone was a journalist, and all they wanted was to provoke you, create a headline, catch you off guard. That has degraded the quality of journalism. Agencies नहीं थी, publicists discussion नहीं थे, मतलब ये सब नहीं था. अब बहुत transactional हो गया. Boss, I'm available to you only for these many hours at the time of my promotion. There will be my camera, there will be your camera. We don't trust each other. पहले कैसे होता था? शादी होती थी, प्यार होता था. अब prenup sign होता है. भाई prenup की पहले बात करो. And I really enjoyed walking with him, to that success party, taking him there. It was so lovely to see everybody meet him, but especially Ranbir. The way Ranbir came and, took his Ashirwad and met him. And Dad used to tell me also, he says, yaar, ye bacha bahut pyara hai. Feels like a family with this boy. Tiger, who's such a sweet bacha. And he comes and says, sir, how are you, sir? And how is Dad? And all. Sir सुन के ऐसे लगता है, अच्छा, लोग मुझे सर कह रहे हैं? ठीक है, 20 साल में कुछ ना कुछ तो कमा लिया हमने. Primary mover, which is a director, a creator, to think of you. And then you have to say, okay, now I'll give it my best. Unless you're yourself a director, producer, actor, everything, which there are people who've done it.
Hi guys, this is Ankita. You're tuned into Bollywood Bubble, and today we have with us a man who I think, if I have to define in an easy term, would be putting act in acting. Please welcome Vivek Oberoi for Indian Police Force and Amazon Prime.
Thank you, Ankita.
गलत इंट्रोडक्शन तो नहीं था?
नहीं, आप गलत करती नहीं.
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. बट जब 2 डेकेड से ज़्यादा का एक करियर रहता है एक एक्टर का, आई थिंक बहुत कम लोग हैं जो इस इंडस्ट्री को सर्वाइव कर पाते हैं, बिकॉज दिस इज़ नॉट द ईजिएस्ट प्लेस टू स्टे डिस्पाइट वट एवर डिबेट्स को, वट एवर पीपल से. एज एन एक्टर, वेयर डज विवेक स्टैंड्स टुडे?
मैं आपको एब्सोल्युटली ऑनेस्टली बताऊं, सच बताऊं,
प्लीज.
आई गेट सरप्राइज्ड समटाइम्स माय सेल्फ.
क्यों?
क्योंकि द काइंड ऑफ पर्सन और द नेचर दैट आई ईदर हैव, और माँ बाप के घर पे जो संस्कार हैं, फादर की जो ट्रेनिंग रही है, और द पर्सन आई वांट टू बी, द काइंड ऑफ पर्सन आई वांट टू बी ना, एक आइडियल होता है अपना. तो मैंने कभी अपने ईगो को फैन नहीं किया कि मैं तो ये हूँ जी, मैंने तो ये अचीव कर लिया लाइफ में. तो उसकी वजह से ना कब रियलाइज होता है, जब मैं जितने अपने यंगर लोग हैं उनके साथ जब काम कर रहा हूँ ना, when I meet Ranbir now, recently I met him for Animal Success Party, and he comes and says, how are you sir, did you like the film? सर सुन के ऐसे लगता है, अच्छा, लोग मुझे सर कह रहे हैं. अच्छा, मैं तो लोगों को सर कहा करता था यार. Tiger, who's such a sweet bacha. I've known him from the time that he was little, and I used to go to his house to meet Jagu Dada. And he comes and says, sir, how are you, sir? And how is Dad? And all. So ऐसा लगता है कि अरे, these people are giving me so much respect, and then you feel good, when a director like Rohit Shetty appreciates your work and says good things about you, then you feel कि यार ठीक है, 20 साल में कुछ ना कुछ तो कमा लिया हमने.
इसीलिए I think Rohit Shetty called you the most seasoned cop for a reason then.
I think, of course, there's a lot of mutual love and respect between us. We started our careers at the same time. I was doing Company, he was doing Zameen. And we had a big brother common factor in Ajay Devgn, who's been nothing short of a big brother to him and a big brother to me. I've done 5 films with Ajay bhai. And one of the most generous, loving, giving people. I remember the first time I met Rohit was only because of him.
Oh.
He called him onto the set. अभी तो कंपनी बनी भी नहीं थी, रिलीज भी नहीं हुई थी, शूटिंग ही चल रही थी. He said, ये लड़का है, बहुत अच्छा एक्टर है, आके देख लो जरा इसको. So those gestures that Ajay Devgn has is he doesn't speak much about it, but it's our job to speak about it and tell people what a great guy he is. And so I know Rohit bhai from those days, and both of us have been friends, and he's been somebody who's very supportive in all my charitable endeavors, especially for cops. Whatever we do free cancer testing, screening for them, their families, ताकि early detection मिल जाए. वो हमारा ध्यान रखते हैं, हमें उनका भी ध्यान रखना चाहिए.
Agreed.
And Rohit bhai is always there for that. When he called me for Indian Police Force, I was like, अच्छा, I'll come. And he said कि I want you to know one thing, 3 साल से ये लिख रहा हूँ मैं. जिस दिन पहली बार मैंने ये विक्रम बख्शी का कैरेक्टर लिखा था ना, उस दिन से I wanted you to do it.
That's such an honor.
That's a big honor. That's huge respect. And you feel like, I love this guy. I want to work with him. It's mutual. Now, when you feel desired like that, you feel that somebody's believing so much in your ability or your talent, giving you that belief, giving you that love. What else does an actor want?
Nothing more, I guess. But Vivek, when we say 2 decades and how you are seeing the industry, abhi, does getting older personally, does it changes your perspective on roles, the kind of work you want to do? Because you also mature and आपका भी taste, एक acquired taste से निकल के you get free to liberate yourself and
You know, Ankita, this is a very good question. And I'm surprised nobody's asked me this before. It's a very unique question. But if I was to answer that, I think three things make a difference. One is physically your age. Are you age appropriate? Like today, if I go and like पुराने ज़माने में होता था 1950s and 60s में कि 50 साल का बंदा है और वो कॉलेज का स्टूडेंट प्ले कर रहा है, 18 की उम्र दिखा रहा है, 20 की उम्र दिखा रहा है, तो बहुत फनी लगता था, right? So you have to play age appropriate, so it's authentic. The second thing is, me as an actor, I don't do this as a naukri. God has given me enough. I've got businesses, I've got investments, I've got a whole bunch of things going on in my life. But I do this as a passion. So for me, the personal question becomes, यार ये पहले कर चुका हूँ क्या मैं? ये घिस चुका है क्या? और इसको करके कितना समय हो गया? मैं नया कलर क्या ला सकता हूँ इसमें? Because I don't want to repeat myself. I've always wanted to do that. When I did Company, the next time, you know, people said, now you do only action. I did Satya, which is a love story. When Satya became successful, I did Masti, which is a comedy. So I keep trying to do different things, and not for just my fans, but even for myself as an actor. I want to feel growth. So I think those elements will make a big difference in terms of my choices. यार कुछ अलग करना है as an actor, age appropriate भी करना है. I think maturity आती है, एक depth आती है. Today, if 20 years ago when I started, if I had to play the father of a child, I would have to observe an experience.
exactly.
Today I have that experience. I feel that. I feel that as a father. So it's easier to express. You've seen more life.
I totally agree. In fact, Vivek, agar I have to, okay, I don't know how to put it in the best possible manner, but when I see your journey, I think it's a film in itself. You have seen the highs and lows, the ups and downs, the in the face. You've always been the camera boy. They have loved you. The camera, the tabloids, they have loved you. बट देर ऑल्सो कम्स अ पॉइंट इन एन एक्टर्स लाइफ जब हमें पता होता है कि शायद हमें हमारी पसंद का काम नहीं मिल रहा, हम अपनी न्यूज़ से, हम अपने काम से ज़्यादा अपनी न्यूज़ में किसी और चीज़ों के लिए रहते हैं. कभी ऐसा फीलिंग आता है एज एन आर्टिस्ट कि आई नीड टू लेट गो, आई नीड टू जस्ट मे बी हैंग माई बूट्स? कभी आपके करियर में भी आया? बिकॉज समबडी डिड टेल मी वंस दैट द नॉइज समटाइम्स गेट्स अ लिटिल टू मच, इट टेक्स अवे अ लॉट.
That's very, very true. I'm too positive a person.
दैट आई नो.
You know, it's not that I've never been broken. It's not that I've never been depressed or never been bullied, or I've been through all of that. But it's who you choose to be after the experience. You know, in school, there used to be bullies. And they were one of two kinds. Most of them would convert to bullies because they got bullied. And most people who I thought of were the right people, were the ones who got bullied and decided, nahi, I will not allow anybody else to be bullied. I will protect. So it's your choice what you want to be at the end of that journey. But it is difficult, right? Because this is the kind of industry where you have to wait for a primary mover, which is a director, a creator, to think of you. And then you have to say, okay, now I'll give it my best. Unless you're yourself a director, producer, actor, everything. Which there are people who've done it. We've had legendary stories like Gurudat Saab, who said, यार मैं एक्टरों के लिए वेट करते करते थक गया, मैं प्यासा में खुद एक्टिंग कर लूँगा, and then it becomes a legendary film. But that doesn't happen every day, not with everybody. In my case, I've been fortunate that ever since I decided to start doing work more regularly and said, चलो अब करते हैं काम, then the offers start flowing in. And then now I have to pick and choose who I want to work with, किसके साथ काम करने में. स्क्रिप्ट भी इम्पॉर्टेंट है, रोल भी इम्पॉर्टेंट है, बट आई ऑल्सो हैव अ वेरी बिग थिंग नाउ एट दिस स्टेज इन माई करियर कि यार इस बंदे के साथ में ना मुझे 2 महीने के लिए, 3 महीने के लिए टाइम स्पेंड करना है, मोर देन आई स्पेंड विद माई फैमिली. एम आई गोइंग टू एंजॉय वर्किंग विद दिस टीम? सो व्हेन इट्स टीम रोहित शेट्टी, इट्स अ लॉट ऑफ फन. जब शूटिंग खत्म हुई ना, आई रिमेंबर लास्ट डे पे सब ताली वाली मार रहे थे, एक रैप अप शॉट है विवेक सर का, ये वो, मैं एक एक को जाके हग किया, because I said you made my journey so enjoyable. I love you guys. I want to work with you again. And I actually had वो होता है ना withdrawal symptom. You're missing कि यार वो set पे बहुत मजा आया यार. I'm missing that. That's how you should feel as a part of a creative journey.
Vivek, I don't know if you've heard about this recently, but there has been a chatter around how are actors, and I think you're the best person to ask this question, people who have seen it in early 2000s and 90s, they probably used to give the best interviews. Oh my God, we used to vie and sit for those interviews when the magazines used to drop. I think मेरा journalism में आने का शायद सबसे बड़ा motivation वो film magazines थी कि ऐसे कैसे इन्होंने पूछ लिया, इन्होंने ऐसे कैसे ये चीज़ बता दी. वो इंटीमेसी, वो एक प्यार, वो एक कॉन्फिडेंस एक जर्नलिस्ट और एक एक्टर के बीच में, आई कैन ऑल्सो से एक गुम सा गया है. डू यू थिंक हमने बहुत कमर्शियल कर दिया है इस इतनी इंटीमेट कॉन्वर्सेशन को? एंड आई couldn't find a better person to ask this.
You know, Ankita, why it's a pleasure to speak to a journalist like you. Even after your years of success in your journey, you're serious about it, you're committed. You do your research, you do your homework, you ask the right questions, you try to be different, you try to be innovative. If you have to meet 20 actors, you try to ask them 20 different kinds of questions. And also you ask questions that make you inquisitive, but also questions that their fans might want to answer. Right?
They need to know from you.
Problem is, I've seen in front of my eyes, I've seen great journalists, legends who were there from the time of my father interviewing me. There used to be a different process. There used to be trust. It wasn't about sansani-khez khabar.
Not the headlines.
Then they used to be knowing you. They would spend time. It wasn't transactional like, चलो 15 मिनट है, पीछे से कोई हाथ ऐसे ऐसे दिखा रहा है, wrap up. वो था ही नहीं. They would come, they would spend time with us for hours, lunch break में, shooting चल रही है बाहर, van में बैठते थे, बातें होती थी, family की बातें होती. We knew them as persons, as human beings. Then came a time where everybody with a phone was a journalist. And all they wanted was to provoke you, create a headline, catch you off guard, wrap up something. They wanted a soundbite. How many times has it happened in press conferences where a journalist, even representing a news agency, has asked a question regarding a film in which an actor has not been there?
Exactly.
आपने जब वो फिल्म की थी, भाई मैंने तो वो फिल्म की ही नहीं.
आप अपना homework भी कर लीजिए.
कोई करता नहीं. That has degraded the quality of journalism, and that's why you see so many people who are not professional journalists, but journalists who are making their own reactions. प्रतिक्रियाओं पे journalism हो रही है अब. वो उसको ऑब्जॉर्व करते हैं, उसके ऊपर अपनी प्रतिक्रिया देते हैं और लोग उसको यूट्यूब पे देखते हैं. And that's what it's become now. Journalism has become more editorial now. People are just giving their opinion and their view, which used to be one smart part of a newspaper column. That's become it. And उसमें 99% are trolling. 1% कुछ एक perspective और view देते हैं. That's the problem. So because of that, even actors don't trust.
Exactly. I think it's a very give and take relationship. I can't expect you to sit here and tell me a part of your life if you don't have faith in me to ask you that. And we also miss, as an at the end of the day, guys, we are also audience who consume. So I wish we could bring that back and sit.
I don't think it's coming back यार. उस ज़माने में ऐसा होता था कि जैसे मैंने कहा है कि पिक्चर की रिलीज है नहीं है, प्रमोशन है नहीं है, आप मिलते थे.
और हर बार मुझे आपसे कुछ नहीं चाहिए.
और कभी-कभी हम ऐसे ही मिलते थे, बातें करते थे, खाना खाते थे, चाय पीते थे और बोलते थे चलो एक इंटरव्यू करते हैं यार. आज नहीं यार, कल करते हैं, परसों करते हैं. एजेंसीज नहीं थी, पब्लिसिस्ट डिस्कशन नहीं थे, मतलब ये सब नहीं था. अब बहुत ट्रांजैक्शनल हो गया. बॉस, आई एम अवेलेबल टू यू ओनली फॉर दीज मेनी आवर्स एट द टाइम ऑफ माई प्रमोशन. देयर विल बी माई कैमरा, देयर विल बी योर कैमरा. वी डोंट ट्रस्ट ईच अदर. इफ आई एम मिसकोटेड इन एनी वे देन आई हैव दिस एज अ बैकअप. मतलब ये सब चलता है. तो इससे पहले कैसे होते थे, शादी होती थी, प्यार होता था. अब प्रीनप साइन होता है. भाई प्रीनप की पहले बात करो. देयर इज नो ट्रस्ट ना, ट्रस्ट डेफिसिट है.
वैसे बात
प्लीज बुरा मत मानना.
नहीं, दैट्स द
सिस्टम,
दैट्स रियलिटी. विवेक, अगेन, क्योंकि अभी हमने ये लाइन बोलनी नहीं चाहिए, बट हमें पता है वक्त कम है. बट दिस वाज फॉर योर फादर. Such a beautiful moment. I read that tweet you posted for him, and
Thank you.
Such a beautiful success he had with Animal.
I felt so proud.
Why I'm asking, because I know that it was very chaotic when you were walking him to the Animal party, and there was this look on his face. And do you feel that? How do you feel as a son when you see your father? Of course, the Animal and the charter I'm not getting into. That's a very different conversation, and that's, as I said, that's not our doing to discuss. But as a father, and today you, who are such an established actor, when you see your father there, and he's getting so much love at this age, how does it make you feel?
No matter how big you grow physically, age-wise, or in stature, a son always looks up to his father.
Yes.
I still look up to my dad. He's still my hero. I become that 5-year-old Vivek when I look at my father. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
there's that idol worship, there's that love, and he's earned it.
And he's such a fantastic actor.
He's a fantastic actor, fantastic father, fantastic human being.
Allow me if I take the space to say I sometimes feel that he could have got his due in a much better way.
I don't know if...
I believe so.
Maybe you could say that, but I think he's satisfied, he's happy.
That's
He
the
sits at
beautiful
home and
feeling.
people like Sandeep Vanga Reddy search him out and say, "Sir, I want you to do this." "No, I won't take no for an answer. You have to do this for me." He's sitting in his 70s playing his golf, hanging with his grandchildren, and then somebody inspires him, shows him that they respect him. They shows him that respect for the veteran that he is.
Yes.
That's when he comes out and says, "Okay, I'm going to give it my best performance." And he does it for that. We in our own heads are the royal family of our home. We have our own little kingdom.
That it should be.
And we are very chilled out. My father and I are very chilled
We
out.
don't
Even
see you
he's
in
never
tabloids
chased.
for no reason.
He's
Never.
never chased work. I've never chased work. हम बैठे हैं अपना काम कर रहे हैं. He's a phenomenal actor. Even in his 70s, people are coming to him. But he really enjoyed doing Animal. And I really enjoyed walking with him, to that success party, taking him there. It was so lovely to see everybody meet him. Anil sir met him, hugged him, mera dost, ye, wo, all of that warmth. Subhashji was there. But especially Ranbir. The way Ranbir came and, took his Ashirwad and met him. And Dad used to tell me also, he says, "Yaar, ye bachcha bahut pyara hai. इसके साथ शूट करता हूँ तो मुझे पुराने दिनों की याद आती है. It feels like a family with this boy." And Sandeep Vanga Reddy, Ranbir together on the set created that atmosphere that makes Dad think, "Chal abhi kaam karte hain yaar." And now he's getting so many offers because of this. So again, let's see if he's inspired, he'll do it.
Well, I hope that whenever next we talk to Vivek, we have Sir with us to tell us further about you. And I hope that maybe by this interview, for anyone who's watching, let's be a little kind. I think we can have far better conversations with actors we have grown up watching. And P.S. if anyone is making Sathiya again, tell them only you can do it. That's like a low-key request. I'm putting it in. That was a love story. I had my heart broken over it, so no one else is supposed to do it. But thank you, Vivek. Thank you for kindness. That's all I'll say. It takes a lot for anyone to be kind when you talk to them, because when they are also chasing deadlines, most of the time, I know actors, words can't reflect how they feel, but thank you for choosing kindness.
Kindness is something you should never compromise on.
I think I'll take that as the best part of my interview today. Thank you.
Such a pleasure.
Thank you so much.